Hey developers, in today's video we are going to see operations in Golang. So let's see. So Golang support multiple operations like arithmetic operations, comparison operations, logical operations, assignment operations and bitwise operations. So we will see each of these operations one by one. So if we see about the arithmetic operations, it support actions like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, increment, decrement. So for performing these operations, we need these operators. So what are operators? So operators are used to perform operations in variables and values. So these are basically symbols which the Go compiler recognizes and help us to perform those operations. So let's suppose if the compiler sees the plus symbol, then according to its functionality, it will add two numbers. So if we see here, if we have to add two numbers, we will need two variables, and we will have a plus operator in between those. Similarly for other operators as well, like minus, multiplication, division, modulus, plus and minus. So if you have not heard about these operators like plus and minus, so these basically increase the value of variable by 1. So let's suppose if I have a variable x having value 2, and now in later part of the program I perform some operation like x plus, so it will increment the value of that variable by 1. So it will become 3. Similarly for subtraction as well, it will decrease the value of the variable by 1. So these are the arithmetic operations. So in the Golang compiler there are some predefined code for these. So whenever they see these operators, they perform the type of operations which is predefined in their functionality. So if we see, there is a code snippet as well. So here what we have done, we have taken two variables like a and b, and I have assigned those variables 10 and 3 values. So we have created these variables using shorthand syntax. So now we have performed our first arithmetic operation plus 1. So we have added two numbers and stored that value in another variable. Now in this we have subtracted two variables. Here we have multiply two variables, and here we have divided two variables, and finally we have printed the result of all these variables. So this is the arithmetic operation. Now let's move to the comparison operation. So as the name suggests, it is used to compare two numbers. So let's suppose if you are having two variables and you want to compare those variables, then in those cases we will be using these comparison operators. So it provides these operators like equals to, not equals to, greater than, less than, greater than, equals to, less than, equals to. So as the name here, also there is a complete name written for those. So, and this is how we write those operations. And what they return boolean values like true and false. So if let's suppose we are having two variables, let's take this example as well. So here we have created two variables a and b, and a is equals to 10 and b equals to 3. So now if we perform this operation here, a equals to b, then it will return false, because both of them are not equal. If they are equal, then it will return true. And for this one it will return true because it is not equals to, a is not equals to b. Similarly for a greater than b, yes, correct, it will return true. And a less than b, no, it will return false. A greater than equals to y, no, it will return false. So for this it will return true because it is greater than as well. A less than equals to y, false, so it will return false. Similarly here we are also having a code snippet. Here we have taken two variables x and y, and having values 5 and 10. So here you can see it is equal operation is returning false, greater operation is returning false, and less operation is returning true. Let's see our third operation, which is logical operation. So what this operation do? This operation is basically help us to combine the values of the comparison operations in a logical manner. Let's suppose here we see we are having two comparison operations, and there is another operator here. What this operator means? It is logical AND. So what it will do, it logically identifies the value of both of these and give us some output. So there are some predefined the functionality there, rule there, which tells that if for logical AND, if both of these values are true, then only it will return true. If either of the values is false, it will return false. So as it is mentioned here, return true if both statements are true. Then we are having logical OR. It is represented by this two lines, and it return true if one of the statement is true. So if we see here, x is less than 5 and x is less than 4. So if any of these are true, it will return true. We will see in the example here. So if you see, this is logical NOT. So what it will do, whatever the output of this, it will make it opposite. Let's suppose if the output is returned true, then it will return false. If the output is false, it will return true. So let's take example. Let's take x equals to 2. So here x is less than 5, correct? So this part is true. X is less than 10, this part is also true. So it as a whole, it will return true, because like both of the statements are true. Here x is less than 5, x is less than 4, both of them are true, so it will return true. Similarly, the output of this was true, it will negate it and it will return false. So if you see here in the code snippet, we are having two variables. First one is true and second one is false. And whenever we are applying logical AND here, it will return false. For logical OR, it will return true, because like one statement is true, and for NOT, it will return false because A was true. Let's see our fourth operation, which is assignment operation. So assignment operation is basically simple. Like here we are assigning a variable with some values. This is a normal thing which we do while assigning a variable. So like here we are having operators like equal. This is the most common operator. So like there is some inbuilt functionality written behind the code in the compiler, that whenever it identifies this operator, it assigns the value to those. Similarly, we are having a shorthand for this. Like if we have to like add some value in the variable, so like we usually do x plus equals to 3. So like Golang has provided an operator like plus equals to. Not only Golang, but like all the programming language provide these operators. So like what this will do, it will add the value and also assign it. So like it will do both the operations at the same time. It will add as well and assign as well. So this one will subtract and assign as well. This one will multiply and assign as well. Similarly for all of these. So here we can see the example here. You can pause the screen and see this example. So here like we have having one variable 5, and we are printing those variable. We have we have added 3 to this variable, and when we print this, it will return 8. Now we are subtracting 3, so it will again return 5. We are multiplying it by 3. X multiply equals to 3, so it is returning 15. Similarly for all these operations. So like below these operations are the bitwise operations. So this we will see here. So let's see the bitwise operation. So bitwise operations basically perform operations on the bits of the number. As we already know that each number can be represented in a binary format. Now, so for performing operations on these binary formats, we are having bitwise operations. So if you see here, we are having AND operator, OR operator, XOR operator, left shift and right shift operator. So like you will be confused, like we are also having AND operator in the logical AND as well. So like both of them are different, because logical AND performs operations on boolean values, like it will check whether the true and false statements, while this particular operator will perform operations on the bitwise values. So like it will convert the number into binary form and will perform bitwise operations on each binary form. So what these do, sets each bit to 1 if both bits are 1. So like if we represent a number in binary format, let's take an example, 2 and 3. So like we represent 2 by 1 0, and let's write here as well. So if we see here, let's take so if we if we take two variables, x equals to 2 and y equals to 3. So like if we represent these in a binary format, so how we will write? It will be written as 1 0 and it will be written as 1 1. Now if we do the logical AND, bitwise AND of these two numbers, what it will do, like 1 0 and below we have 1 1. So let's extend this. What it will do, it will go bitwise, bit by bit. So like it find for x, first bit is 0 and first bit is 1, and if we are having AND here, so it will assign it as 0, because like for AND we need both bits to be set, and here it will be 1. So the bitwise AND of all this number will be 2 only. For OR, what it will do, for OR, if we perform OR operation here, it will set 1 both, because like we need at least one of them, those as 1. Similarly, we are having XOR, so like it set each bit to 1 if and only one of the bit is 1. So for this, if we perform XOR, it said that if and only one of 2 bit is 1. So like it need only 1 bit as set, so it will set it's for 1 and second one is 0, so it will be 1, XOR will be 1 here. So let's write it neatly. If we write it like this, 1 0, and this will be what it was, its value is 1 1 0, it was 2. And if we perform here x or y of 1 0 or 1 1, it was what it was, it was 3. So it was 1 1 and it was 3, because like all the bits were set. If you perform OR operations of these, x or y equals to 1 0 XOR 1 1, it will be, because like for this first bit only 1 bit was set, so it will be 1, and for the second bit both of them are set, so like it will be 0. Now let's see the left shift and right shift. So let's perform this operation on this variable. So like if we left shift x, by so we are having variable x by 2. So what it meaning, that we are shifting the bit of x by 2 positions. So here what it will become, so like here it will be like 2, we will be shifting 2 times. So it will first shift 1 times, so let's shift 1 times. So after 1 time shift, we are having this 1 0 and we are shifting 1 time, so it will become 1 0 0. So like because 0 will be shifted here, 1 will be shifted here, so this will be the thing, and it will become 4. Let's shift it 1 more time. Now 4 will be shifted 1 time, that one, and we are representing 4 with this, and let's shift it 1 equals to, and it will become this one, so it will become 8. So like this is how shift operations work. And if you see here, like we are having 2 variables, 3 and 6 and 3, and as we see that we can represent this as 1 1 0 and 0 1 1, and now we are performing these operations. You can pause the video and see this function for more in-depth understanding, so you can understand this. So like this is all about the bitwise operations and operations in Golang. So like here in this video we have understand about the 5 type of operations which we can do in Golang, and what are operators, and as well see the code snippets for them. Now in the later part of videos we will be saying about these in actual code. So like we will actually implementing this in VS Code, and I will encourage you to write the code side by side as well for more depth understanding. And we will be also seeing about the data types like rune and byte. So like there are 2 data types, rune and byte. which are similar, but there are having slight differences between those. And it is important for a Golang developer to understand the difference between these variables and what are bytes and root in Golang. So let's meet in the next video. Till then, thank you.